Cultural globalization refers to the worldwide exchange of ideas, values, traditions, and cultural practices. It is driven by advancements in technology, travel, communication, and economic integration. As cultures blend and influence one another, cultural globalization has led to both positive and negative consequences. The complexities and nuances of this phenomenon warrant a deep exploration of its pros and cons. One significant advantage of cultural globalization is the increased access to diverse cultural expressions. People around the world can experience and enjoy various forms of art, music, literature, cuisine, and fashion from different cultures. This access fosters a greater appreciation for diversity and can lead to more inclusive and tolerant societies. Exposure to different cultural perspectives can challenge stereotypes and prejudices, promoting a more harmonious global community. Moreover, cultural globalization can stimulate creativity and innovation. When different cultural ideas and practices intersect, they can inspire new forms of artistic expression and technological advancements. For example, the fusion of different musical styles has led to the creation of new genres, while the blending of culinary traditions has given rise to innovative dishes. This cross-pollination of ideas can drive progress in various fields, from science and technology to entertainment and design. Economic benefits are another positive aspect of cultural globalization. The global exchange of cultural goods and services can boost economic growth and create job opportunities. The entertainment industry, for instance, has flourished due to the international popularity of films, music, and television shows. Similarly, tourism has benefited from the curiosity and desire to experience different cultures firsthand. Countries with rich cultural heritages have capitalized on this interest, attracting tourists and generating revenue that supports local economies. Cultural globalization also plays a role in spreading important values and practices that can improve quality of life. Concepts such as human rights, gender equality, and environmental sustainability have gained global traction, in part due to the widespread sharing of information and ideas. Social movements advocating for these values have found support across borders, leading to positive changes in policies and societal attitudes. However, cultural globalization is not without its drawbacks. One of the primary concerns is the potential loss of cultural identity. As dominant cultures, often from economically powerful countries, spread their influence, smaller or less dominant cultures may feel pressured to assimilate. This can lead to the erosion of traditional practices, languages, and customs. The homogenization of culture can result in a loss of cultural diversity, which diminishes the richness of the global cultural landscape. Another negative consequence is the potential for cultural imperialism. This occurs when a dominant culture imposes its values and practices on others, often through media, education, and economic influence. Cultural imperialism can create power imbalances and perpetuate inequalities. For instance, Western cultural norms and ideals have been widely disseminated through global media, leading to the marginalization of non-Western cultures. This can foster a sense of cultural inferiority and dependence among those who feel their own cultures are undervalued or misrepresented. The commodification of culture is another issue associated with cultural globalization. When cultural elements are commercialized and marketed for profit, their original significance and context can be lost or distorted. Traditional practices and artifacts may be reduced to mere commodities, stripped of their cultural meaning. This can be particularly problematic for indigenous cultures, whose sacred symbols and rituals may be exploited for commercial gain without respect or understanding. Furthermore, cultural globalization can exacerbate social and economic inequalities. The benefits of cultural exchange are often unevenly distributed, with wealthier nations and individuals having greater access to and control over cultural production and consumption. This disparity can widen the gap between the rich and the poor, both within and between countries. For example, the global entertainment industry is dominated by a few major players who have the resources to produce and distribute content on a massive scale, while smaller, independent creators may struggle to gain visibility and recognition. Language loss is another critical concern. As global communication often relies on a few dominant languages, minority languages face the threat of extinction. Language is a crucial aspect of cultural identity, and its loss can have profound implications for the cultural heritage and knowledge of communities. Efforts to preserve and revitalize endangered languages are essential to maintaining cultural diversity and supporting the rights of linguistic minorities. Additionally, cultural globalization can lead to cultural appropriation, where elements of one culture are adopted by members of another culture, often without permission or understanding. This can be particularly harmful when the appropriated elements are sacred or hold significant cultural value. Cultural appropriation can perpetuate stereotypes and reinforce power imbalances, as the appropriating culture may benefit or profit from the use of these elements, while the originating culture does not receive recognition or respect. Despite these challenges, There are ways to navigate the complexities of cultural globalization in a manner that maximizes its benefits while mitigating its drawbacks. Promoting cultural exchange that is respectful, equitable, and inclusive is crucial. This involves acknowledging and valuing the contributions of all cultures, ensuring that cultural interactions are mutually beneficial, and supporting efforts to preserve and celebrate cultural diversity. Education plays a vital role in this process. By fostering cross-cultural understanding and critical thinking, education can help individuals appreciate the richness of different cultures while being mindful of the issues of cultural imperialism, appropriation, and commodification. Educational initiatives that emphasize the importance of cultural heritage, diversity, and respect can empower individuals to engage with cultural globalization in a responsible and informed manner. Policy measures can also support the positive aspects of cultural globalization while addressing its negative impacts. Governments and international organizations can implement policies that protect cultural heritage, support minority languages, and promote equitable cultural exchange. This might include funding for cultural preservation projects, legislation to prevent cultural exploitation, and initiatives to support the cultural industries of developing nations. Moreover, fostering collaboration and dialogue between cultures can help build bridges and address power imbalances. Cultural exchange programs, international festivals, and collaborative projects can create opportunities for meaningful interactions that go beyond superficial engagement. By encouraging genuine cultural dialogue, these initiatives can help build mutual understanding and respect. In the realm of media and entertainment, promoting diverse voices and perspectives is essential. Media platforms and production companies can play a significant role in ensuring that a variety of cultures are represented accurately and respectfully. This involves supporting content created by and for different cultural groups and challenging stereotypes and biases in media representation. Businesses and corporations also have a responsibility to engage with cultural globalization ethically. This includes respecting the intellectual property rights of cultural creators, ensuring fair compensation for cultural products and services, and avoiding practices that exploit or misrepresent cultural elements. Corporate social responsibility initiatives can contribute to positive cultural exchange and support sustainable development in communities around the world. Ultimately, cultural globalization is an ongoing and dynamic process that shapes and is shaped by various social, economic, and political forces. While it presents significant challenges, it also offers opportunities for growth, learning, and collaboration. By approaching cultural globalization with a commitment to equity, respect, and inclusivity, we can work towards a world where cultural diversity is celebrated and the benefits of cultural exchange are shared by all. The key lies in balancing the desire for global connectivity with the need to protect and nurture the unique cultural identities that enrich our global community.